Hi everyone. Today I have come with poetry. So I've been wanting to talk about poetry for so long because it's something that's very close to my heart. But what I have seen when I talk about poetry to other people is there is an instinctive feel that this is something beyond us and it's something very complicated and very complex, which only people who have learned literature or who have learned to appreciate poetry can understand. But I would like to tell you something different based purely on what I feel and based purely on my understanding of poetry. I do not have a degree in literature. I don't know how to decode and analyze and think about poetry like that. I'm a layperson and I love poetry. I have come to love poetry. So I think you can too. So, first, I'll tell you what I think poetry is and how I feel you should also be reading poetry. And I will be talking about three Indian poets, women poets, and their books. Okay. So, poetry is just an expression of a person's feelings. It's how they observe what is around them. It's how they observe the world, and it's how they observe people, and it's how what they think of their lives or topics in general. So, all of us also do that, right? We observe the world, we see what is happening around us. We have problems in our lives, we have happiness in our lives. So, when a poet is writing a poem and publishing it and putting it out there, they are giving it to you. They're giving it to you for you to interpret it in the way you want. It might not be the same way that the poet has thought about it, but that's okay. It's what you get from it that is most important there. So poetry is not this, really complicated thing that only a select few understand. And there are poets today who are talking in the language that everybody understands, and that's something that I really love. It's not complicated language. So today I would like to bring three poets for you and tell you about their books and read out one poem each. Unfortunately, one book I still have not got my hands on it, so I won't be able to read for you from that book, but I will read out two poems to you, and I think you will understand what I'm talking about here. So, now let's move on to the books. So, I've got three books for you today, like I said. One is Learn from the Almond Leaf by Eunice D'Souza. Then the second is Walls Within by Nandini Sen Mehra. And the third is History of the Red Hibiscus Flowers by Sudha Padmaja Francis. So first, let's start with Eunice D'Souza. Eunice D'Souza, unfortunately, is no more with us, but she was one of the doyens of Indian poetry. So whenever I think of her, no, I get this picture in my mind of her as she had appeared on the cover of a book, the Book of Indian Poets, which was brought out by Penguin and edited by Jeet Tile. And this is that picture. So she's standing with this parrot on her head, and there's something so disarming and beautiful about this picture, and very real. And that is how I feel poetry is. And that is what comes to mind. So Eunice D'Souza was a teacher, and she's a literary critic, and she has written two novellas and four volumes of poetry. She has edited a lot of anthologies, and so that is Eunice D'Souza. And today, in Learn from an Almond Leaf, from the almond leaf, sorry. So these are different poems which are of different lengths. Some are very small, some are longer. And I just want to read out one poem from this. Okay, it's called Guide to a Well-Behaved Parrot. So Eunice D'Souza had a parrot, and she's writing about it. So this is that poem. She says, "Damn that book, damn that bird. Another packet of cigs lies in shreds on the floor. Show who's boss, the book says. I shout at him. He shouts back. Really, I may as well have been married." So that's it. That's the poem. Okay. Um, so the thing is, you get a picture of Eunice D'Souza, parrot, and they're shouting at each other. You have a very domestic scene in your mind. So she's in a house, things are all around, and there's this parrot which is trying to shout back at her. What she wishes to convey through the poem is her own words, okay? But what I understand from it is about this pet and the relationship between people and their pets, and how intimate it is, and it is almost like a marriage. And so there are so many things that we can get from this poem. What you see, it makes you think. It'll make you think about marriage, and it'll make you smile because she says, "Yeah, I might as well have been married. Yeah, come on." So these are the things. It's whimsical and it's beautiful and it's simple. Uh, so poems are like that. You can get what you want out of poems, and you should try. Is my humble request to all of you guys. Start reading poems. There are a lot of beautiful poems out there, a lot of beautiful poets out there, and it's so accessible today. So that was one of the poems written by Eunice D'Souza from Learn from the Almond Leaf, a collection of her poems. Now I want to move on to the second book. It's called Walls Within, 100 poems written by Nandini Sen Mehra. So Nandini Sen Mehra is a poet, an Indian poet, and she has written 2 books of poetry. This is her debut book of poems. There is a tenderness, vulnerability in these poems that I loved. And the foreword in this is given by Gulzar, has been written by Gulzar, who is my, like, oh my God, my all-time favorite poet. So I loved this. Okay, this collection is something that I love. Um, so this is another way of writing, which is more straightforward and which talks about something universal. So let me read out a poem from this for you. This poem is called You Know. I'm homesick for you tonight. Your familiarity, my ease. I wish you would draw the curtains, not answer the door, and let me hide as I once used to. I would read my favorite book on that corner armchair undisturbed, or look out of the window onto the busy street below. You would find a way to be busy, for you would know the world was standing too close to my skin, and I had come to you to breathe. Yeah, so good. It's like so lovely. So this is the kind of poems in this book, Walls Within. It's got 100 poems. So Nandini Sen Mehra's poems are all about longing, your inner self, and the understanding that people have for each other, or the lack of understanding, the cracks in relationships, and what people long for in these relationships, and the brittleness that inhabits certain people, and how they do not see what is around them. So this is the kind of poems that Nandini writes, and so if you are in the mood for something like that, you should definitely check this out. And the third book of poems is called A History of Red Hibiscus Flowers, written by Sudha Padmaja Francis. Unfortunately, I could not get my hands on the book. I've ordered it and it is not yet reached, but I wanted to talk about it. So these are poems written by Sudha. Sudha is a poet, a filmmaker, and she has made a couple of documentaries. One of which is called Ginger Biscuit, which is about the bakery culture in small towns in Kerala. This is something that I would love to read. These poems written by her. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on them. Apparently, these are about the everyday things, and she writes about the flowers and the trees, the Nellika tree. So I was reading on the blurb where she writes that, it's not. There is a common saying that the gooseberry, or the Nellika, as it is called in Malayalam, when it's like you feel that when you bite it, it's bitter, it's sour, but then later it becomes sweet. She says, no, it traps you into thinking it's sweet, but it's bitter throughout. When you bite it, it's bitter, and even later, it's bitter. And so that is how it goes. So I really, really want to read it. I hope you guys also want to read it and go and get your hands on it. This is A History of Red Hibiscus Flowers, written by Sudha Padmaja Francis. And so when I get the book, I will definitely be reading a poem from it for you guys. So these are the 3 Indian women poets that I wanted to talk to you about. Walls Within, 100 poems written by Nandini Sen Mehra. Learn from the Almond Leaf, written by Eunice D'Souza. Eunice D'Souza is amazing, okay? She is witty, and she finds beauty in the mundane. and she brings out stuff which is so interesting to read. So that is Eunice D'Souza. And then there is Sudha Padmaja Francis with her A History of Red Hibiscus Flowers. So please open up your hearts, your mind, and read poetry. There is so much that will entrance you with poetry, because poems are not very long. And in today's world where people find it so difficult to focus and read long narratives, poetry lets you into a world which condenses feelings, and it gives you the freedom to let your imagination run riot and get your own version, get your own understanding of the poem. So, go and read poetry, and if you can get your hands on these 3 books, do that. So, till we meet again for the next video. Oh, by the way, all that I said about poetry today is purely my thoughts. I might be mistaken, but that's what I strongly, strongly feel. So, let's meet again when you have read some poems and you're back for my next video. Okay, guys, go read. Have a great, great, wonderful day. Bye bye.